Boom, 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 boom. Chickadee Chenka, how's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here. I'm Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you. How are we all doing this evening? Thank you very much for getting in here and everybody stopping by, waiting for me to get going. We're previewing the Manchester United versus PSG game tomorrow, of course, in the Champions League. We've got obviously a tough game. We've got to face those Parisian melt bags. It's going to be a tough game, isn't it? So we're going to get into all the ins, all the outs, all the possible lineups and stuff like that. Team news, injury news, all that kind of stuff. So, and predictions for the game also. So strap yourselves in, baby, because this one's going to be a screamer. Anyway, I hope you're all good. Let's see who we've got in here. We've got Berberspin9. How you doing, you ledge? The Vootinator. Johnny Gallagher's in here too. Ruthless Sausage. Paul van der Beek. Hello, Paul. Zishan Mohammed. Who else is in here? Let's have a look. Mohammed Zain Gamer. Lynette Giggs. Ascender. Berberspin9. Matthew Adateo, that United family's in here. The French melt sticks, absolutely. We're coming up against the French melt sticks tomorrow. That's the key. Those Parisian melts, we're going to have to take them down. People say that it's obviously a... What do they say about Paris? When you think about Paris, what do they say? They say, oh, it's romantic, right? Yeah, they say it's romantic. BS! I say it's not romantic at all. I say it's a bunch of mercenary melt bags. Anyway, obviously I'm just talking about the team here, really, but... no, anyway, so let's get into it, folks. We have obviously got a big game coming up against PSG. They are a tough side. They did get to the Champions League final last year. They did, I think they did the domestic treble over in that bloody Farmers League that is League One. Not hard to do, is it, really, if you're spending £1 bajillion like they have? They're just the French Manchester City at this stage, in my eyes. So yes, I very much hope that we smash them to bits. Obviously, we are away in this game, so it's going to be a tough fixture going over to Paris. It's not an easy game at the best of times when you come up against a team who has just been in the Champions League final, who have done the domestic treble, who do have an absolutely star-studded squad. You have to say that their team is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm looking at their team here, list of players, and it is just ridiculous, to be fair. They've got so much talent there. Kylian Mbappe and Neymar and, you know, just to name but a couple of the world's best players right there. So we're definitely going to be up against it. When you have attacking talent such as Neymar and Mbappe facing down on your backline, crikey, there's going to be some bloody dramas out there, especially when you have a backline that's a little bit ropey, to say the least, such as Manchester United's. Who else have we got in here? Sorry, guys, I've neglected you there. We've got Gideon Agge, we've got Darren, we've got Tristan Decoda. Hello, Tristan. Ben Dawes in here. Hello, Ben. Netbuster says, yes, my dude, how you doing? Rashford7, get in there, lad. AFC, Daniel Masnick, Nicholas Randas, David Parkinson, Gabriel Nelson, Stephen Lee. That's right, Kayam's in the gaff as well. James Whedon, The Project. Guys, thank you so much. Bernaldine, Space in Your Face. Taran Atwell. Agrippa Chinhara. He says, why is Cavani not travelling? I think it's got something to do with that whole isolation thing. But anyway, let's just get into the team news then, folks. Please do us a massive favour if you're just getting in here. Smash that thumbs up button on the live stream and also give it a share on social media if you can. But anyway, let's get into this, everyone. So, a little bit of team news just coming out in the last sort of hour or so. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirms Bruno Fernandes will be the captain. Come on, my son, get in there. That's just what the doctor ordered, to be fair. I'm sorry, you know, to be fair to Slabby, like, fair play to him last game, by the way. He was brilliant. You have to give credit where credit's due. He has been shite a lot of the time recently, but he put in a masterful display last time out. And it's not just because he got a header and scored a goal. His general all-round play was just much better. He didn't put a foot wrong. And it was just a good display from Harry Maguire. That's more what we want to see. And it was a leader's performance as well. You have to say that. Now, at times, if his leadership has been in question. Some of the stuff you hear, like there was that leaked audio the other week where you just think, you know, are you really the cutout to be the captain of Manchester United? And, of course, what happened in the summer, etc., etc. We're not getting into that. But personally, I think Bruno should be the captain anyway. This doesn't mean that Bruno Fernandes is going to be the long-term captain. It just means that because Maguire's not playing in this particular game, Bruno Fernandes will be captain in this side. So that goes to show you where Ollie's head's at, though, in terms of who he thinks the leaders are in the team. Bruno Fernandes, to me, is the natural born leader in that team anyway. He drives and drags everyone forward out there with his play. and he's very vocal, and he sets a certain level out there. You can see, like, he's not happy with his teammates when they do bad stuff. He's not happy with that. He wants them to play to a certain level, and he's not afraid to have a little go at them. You know, that Lindelof incident at the end of last season springs to mind, where he's gone and said to Victor, "You're a shithouse, Victor." And Victor's gone, "Do what, Bruno?" He's gone, "No, you're a shithouse." You know, you remember that? Obviously, that was a great sign of Bruno's sort of leadership and the level that he demands out there from his fellow players. So I think it's exactly the right decision here from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, simply because Maguire's not, you know, obviously not fit to play. I mean, look, there's been reported here that Maguire picked up a small injury, just a slight tear against Newcastle United, but the MUFC medical team are hopeful that he will be back to play against Chelsea this Saturday. So he's not travelled as a precaution, really, because he has some sort of tear. Harry Maguire and Edinson Cavani did not travel with Manchester United to Paris. So that's the latest sort of team news that's come out in this last couple of hours here in regards to Harry Maguire, in regards to the captaincy, in regards to Bruno Fernandes being given the captaincy. And this is what Bruno Fernandes said. This is a quote from Bruno Fernandes. This is from Simon Peach, actually, who broke this news 49 minutes ago. He said, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirms Bruno Fernandes will captain MUFC against PSG. Bruno Fernandes on captaining Manchester United versus PSG. This is a quote from Bruno. He says, "I was not expecting this. I found out this the same time as you. It is an honour, an important achievement for me. The captain is everyone. Everyone needs to help. Be a leader." Come on, Bruno Fernandes. That's right. He's a born leader out there for us, isn't he? So, old Devil's Reject, thank you so much, Devil's Reject, for the super chat there, my friend. $1.99 super chat, no message to go with it there, but dude, Devil's Reject, thank you so much for that. Shout out to you, man. Really, really appreciate that. Have a great bloody evening, Devil's Reject, and get your thoughts and opinions in about this. Over 100 of you watching this preview right now. Smash that thumbs up button if you're just stopping by, and let's get into this then. Dr. Beast says, oink oink. How you doing, Dr. Beast? Richard Mason, what's going on? Richard Mason comments, when I think of PSG, I just think that they want to be us every time. We are linked with someone, they want them as well. Get your own targets for F's sake. Di Maria looks like a scruffy smack rat. He certainly is a dobby little melt, isn't he? We'll get into that one a little bit later. The snake. Get those snake emojis in the live chat, everyone, for that Di Maria melt bag. Smash your snake emojis in there. Anyway, no. But anyway, on a serious note, though, Bruno Fernandes is the right decision, obviously, to be the captain if Slabby Maguire can't be, and I think he actually should be given the captaincy anyway. Maybe it's a bit of a tricky time for him to do that. Solskjaer's obviously not going to take the captaincy off of Maguire this season, because if he was going to do that, he'd have done it already. But it does show you that his vice-captain is going to be Bruno Fernandes, and he's effectively our captain out there anyway. So there you go. But Bruno does obviously lead and orchestrate things on his own, regardless of being captain. So, you know, do you really need to make him captain? That's the argument. Should the captain be somebody who's more one of your orchestrating players, though? One of your key players that actually does orchestrate things out there? Or should it be a melter? Well, Maguire, he has been a bit of a melter recently, but hopefully he does turn the corner and kick on and be consistent. He just has to stop making silly errors. One game the other day doesn't impress me, you know, doesn't impress me too much. Yes, we battered Newcastle and he scored and he was great and he defended well and he didn't really put a foot wrong. And I loved the way that he went about it and the sort of point that he proved out there. He proved the point out there that he could still do it. But he has to do it consistently like anybody else. It's no good putting in a performance against Newcastle if the next week in the league you're going to absolutely shit the bed and going to make an error. So we'll see if he can do it consistently. If he does, then great. Because we paid £80 million for that slab, guys. £80 million for the slab of meat there. So we want a little bit of value from him, don't we? Plus for his own good, you know, his own mental well-being and stuff like that. We're not monsters on this channel. We know he's had a bit of a tough time, whether it's some of it's his fault or none of it's his fault. He's had a bit of a tough time recently, so we should get behind him. But at the same time, he's not really my captain. I'm sorry to say that. I know he is our captain, but to me, Bruno should be the captain anyway. But he's going to be the captain against PSG, guys. What do you think about that? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're buzzing to see Bruno Fernandes don that armband and lead Manchester United out of the tunnel there and be the captain of Manchester United against PSG. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're buzzing for that. Quaffle videos, yes, matey. Thank you, Berberspin9 lad, Matthew Arateo, Ashley Vote, Takui Sanusi, Andrew Cos, all buzzing it, Vistrix FNM, hello Vistrix, The Vutinator, Space in Your Face, Paul van der Beek, Tropic Chris, Lynette Giggs, Johnny Schwartz, he says, I like Bruno for captain and Cavani for deputy. Well, Cavani does drag and drive the team with his type of tenacity as well. Bernaldine, Sandeep Barrage, Ascend getting his score prediction in. We'll get into that in a moment. But Rushmano, mate, Matty the Rushmeister, how are you doing this evening, mate? What a legend. Good to see you, pal. Ascender with the 1. John Schwartz, Tropic Chris. Oh, nice one there, Cletus, mate. Good stuff, Sir George. Carlos Kutametsa with the 1. AH14. Kayam, Sin Games, Welsh Red. And all you legends, thank you for having your say. It looks like most of you are pretty much buzzing to see Bruno as the captain of United. I didn't see any 2s in there. I didn't see anyone was like, nah, it should be Maguire or whatnot, or no. Actually, that wasn't even the question. We were just saying, are you buzzing to see Bruno against PSG because Maguire's not playing? So if you're just getting in here, Harry Maguire picked up a small injury, a little tear against Newcastle, and as a precaution, he didn't travel, he's not played, he's going to hopefully be back for the game against Chelsea. Bruno Fernandes, therefore, has been given the captaincy by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Get in there, my son, that's great stuff. Also, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirms, this is about an hour ago, Simon Stone also letting it be known that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirms that Maguire, Cavani, Bailly and Greenwood will miss tomorrow's game. This is what was reported by Simon Stone at 6:08 PM tonight. So, you know, there's a couple of bones of contentions here. Bailly and Greenwood will miss tomorrow's game is what we understand right now as well. So, I mean, I did do a little team sheet, but it's completely wrong now because this news has come out in the last couple of hours anyway. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you what I think the team is realistically going to be. It really does depend what sort of team that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to go for in terms of the formation and that kind of thing. So if he goes 4-2-3-1, I'd imagine that what he'd be looking at, but I don't think he will. I think he'll go 3-5-2. But if he goes 4-2-3-1, I'm expecting he's going to unleash Alex Telles at left back. De Gea in goal, obviously. I'm expecting he's going to unleash Alex Telles at left back in the Champions League. Bit of an unknown entity. Nobody's seen him play for us or how we're going to really use him. So it could be quite a useful sort of little trick to play there. Stick Alex Telles on. Hopefully he runs riot, but I don't know. I mean, maybe Luke Shaw would start there. It depends. What do you guys think? Obviously, Luke played the other day, so I'm expecting Alex Telles to be in the frame. Solskjaer's selection the other day against Newcastle sort of indicates to me that he's got some plans for this PSG game. Because it was quite a ropey-looking lineup against Newcastle. Fair play to Wally. He managed it well. He got the job done. His tactics in the end prevailed. So, you know, we can all say at the start of the game, Solskjaer's tactics were completely wrong and the team selection was bad. But in reality, Solskjaer's tactics worked and Solskjaer's selection worked. We won 4-1, and he also rested a bunch of key players, you could arguably say. So the back line, to me, obviously there's going to be no Slabby Maguire. It's also understood that maybe Eric Bailly won't be playing in there then. Simon Stone reported it an hour ago anyway, we shall see. But I would have said Lindelof and Bailly. If Bailly's not playing, then, you know, what do you do? What do you do? What do you actually do? You know, I guess maybe you could play Luke Shaw as a left-sided centre-back along with Lindelof and then play Alex Telles on the left. So if you're playing a back four, you play Luke Shaw, left centre-back, you play Bailly, sorry, not Bailly, you play Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and then Telles at left-back. I mean, what do you guys think about that? It doesn't sound too good to me, to be fair, right now. The other options you've got are what? Mengi, I think Twanzibi's injured still. So, you know, you can't play Scott McTominay at centre-back, lads and lasses. That would be gashtastic. Like, people were suggesting playing Scott McTominay at centre-back. I know he did play that for Scotland, but I just personally don't think we should do that. We've never seen that from Scott McTominay in a United shirt. You don't want to risk that against PSG, in my opinion. So, guys, have your say. What do you think the back line should be looking like tomorrow? But that I kind of guess maybe it'll be something like that. Whether it's a Telles, Luke Shaw, Lindelof, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, which doesn't sound too good to me, or some sort of combination there. I don't know. But if Bailly's not playing, if Maguire's not playing, then I don't see much else that we can do, everybody. I think it'll have to be something like that. Hey Gunshi, how you doing there, laddie, mate? Great to see you. Says, get in there, my son. How you doing there, Gunshi, lad? Snap Film Walk says evening. Exclusive says evening. Don Vito, mate. How you doing, Don Vito? Lynette Giggs, Bernardine. It's great to have all you legends in here right now, to be fair. Have you broken the comments on the live stream? I think you've broken the comments on the live stream. Anyway, thanks guys for getting in here, everyone. Really, really appreciate you stopping by and having your say. Please do us a massive favour if you haven't done so yet, and smash that like button on the video. Give it a little thumbs up if you can. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes, my friend. Okay then, so where was I? So the back line. Yes, let me know about the back line. So look, United D-Head comments, Shaw, Lindelof and Twanzibi. 3 centre-backs. Yes, that's quite interesting. Shaw, Lindelof and Twanzebe, quite interesting. I'll get onto that alternative formation in a moment as well. So thank you very much for having your say. Reece Tomlinson, hello, buddy. That'll be later on tonight, mate, about 11 or 12 p.m. We'll get, well, not p.m., 11 p.m. or midnight. We will get on. Welsh Red says Rojo, Lindelof, Jones, back 3. Oh, Welsh Red. Can you imagine the absolute gashness of that back line, dude? Oh, thank you very much, Matty the Rushmano, as well, for giving me all these updates. He's given me another Slabby Maguire update. Let's have a look. Harry confirms injury. Oh, excellent stuff. Thank you very much. Yes, Harry Maguire, 25 minutes tweeted ago. Thank you, Matt United 20 on Twitter. Check him out, legend. He comments, disappointed to miss tomorrow's game through injury. I'll be working hard to get back fit ASAP. The start of our Champions League campaign. Hashtag MUFC. Go on, Slappy Maguire. Anyway, fair play to you, mate. Yeah, that's unfortunate because he did actually look good in the last game and he's got something to prove at the moment. So to me, actually putting Maguire in, especially when Bailly's injured and we do have some issues there, it would have made sense to have Maguire in the lineup tomorrow against PSG, but he's injured, so he's confirmed it. He's out. Bruno's the captain. Those are the latest bits of news in terms of injury and selection stuff for United. So the back line to me, if it's a 4-2-3-1, just to confirm, it's probably going to be Tellez, Luke Shaw, or maybe Rojo. Yeah, that's a good shout actually. But seriously, probably not. Probably. I can't see Luke Shaw working in a 2-man centre back pairing. I like him in a back 3 because he's mobile. He can defend well. He's quite a good reader of the game, but he's not that physical. He's not that tall. In a 2-man defence, I don't like the look of it personally. So but who knows? Anyway. So that's the back line. The back line screwed in a 4-2-3-1, which is another reason why maybe we're not going to play 4-2-3-1. But plus we don't usually play 4-2-3-1 in these sorts of games against the bigger games or the bigger teams where we're maybe going to be on the back foot a little bit, where we're maybe going to have to be the team countering and the away team at PSG here. We probably will set up with a 3-5-2 in all honesty. But let's just say, if it's a 4-2-3-1, I think, this is not the team that I'm saying that I want, I think Solskjaer will have a 2-man midfield of Matic and Pogba. He won't start Donny, I don't think, in this one. Pogba, obviously, he's got that French connection. He'll hopefully turn up and actually have a really big game in Paris. That's what you would hope for. And Matic hasn't been playing recently, but he needs to go back into the side. That pairing certainly fills me with more confidence than what we put out in the last game, to be fair, even though they did all right. So, so you know what I mean? So I think Matic and Pogba would probably be the man. I know everyone wants Donny. I would love to see Donny as well. I think based on form, Pogba shouldn't actually be starting, but because it's against PSG in the Champions League, hopefully Pogba could be a big game player for us. That's what you're hoping anyway. Then the front 3, we've got some injury concerns or players missing. Like we say, you've got Cavani, who's not travelled with the team. So it really picks, well, it doesn't really pick itself, really. But you can have, obviously, Rashford on the left. Martial up top, he's not suspended in the Champions League. Obviously, he got a red card, wasn't able to play in the last game. But this game, he's able to. So Martial up top, obviously, the number 9. And then over on the right-hand side, take your pick, really. I mean, Mata was great the other day. Maybe you could start Mata, bring Dan James on as an impact substitute. Or maybe he'll start Dan James there. So there you go. I mean, also Mason Greenwood's not going to be starting, so it's highly expected that it'll be Dan James, maybe Mata, that does start over on that right-hand side. What do you think about that? Who would you want to start at right wing in the game tomorrow, everybody? Let me know. Yeah, Carlos Kutametsa, what's going on? He says, hey Pig, I think we could be going for a back 3. Absolutely, yes. I do think so. We're going to get onto the back 3 formation and stuff like that in a moment. I just thought I'd tell you what, as a possibility, could happen with a 4-2-3-1, but it's not really realistic. Sir Marcus Rashford comments and says Mata should play. Alexander Villanueva comments Rojo is the best option in my opinion. Yeah, I can understand that, to be perfectly honest, because he's taller, he's more physical. He's still a good player. When we've seen him actually put in there for United recently, well, not recently, a while ago now, but sporadically last season, he actually looked pretty solid. I remember a couple of games in the Europa League, he was passing it around nice. He's a decent option, to be fair. Matty Rush, thank you so much. Says, we've hit 100 likes on the live stream. You bloody bunch of legends. Thank you so much to everyone that supports this channel by smashing that thumbs up. It definitely gives us a big boost up the algorithm and helps us compete with some of the bigger clickbait melts, etc. So please do smash a thumbs up on the video if you have not done so already. You bunch of legends. Come on, my son. Yeah, John Schwartz says Mata on the wing. Gabriel Lopez, how you doing, Gabriel? Says Mata. Matthew Adateo says Mata. Sir Marcus Rashford says Mata. Cowboy You Did says play the Lord of Lingardinho. Peter Jones comments, more like to switch to the 3 at the back. I totally agree with you, yes. I do. I was just speaking hypothetically about the 4-2-3-1 formation here, just in case. Right then, let's get on to the other, probably more realistic formation, which is a 3-5-2. And I'll tell you what, I'll get my team up here. Guys, that I'd had selected earlier. But you're going to have to just throw this out the window, guys. You're going to have to throw it out the window now because it isn't right. Because there's going to be no Maguire. I'll just show you it here really quick. So what's that we've got here? So if you look at the three, so Maguire and Bailly are not playing. So that is a bit of an issue, guys. So Maguire and Bailly are not playing. And then you've got, look, so Luke Shaw's the left-sided centre-back, right? Luke Shaw's the left-sided centre-back. And then obviously you don't have Maguire and Bailly, so what are you going to do then? Who are you going to stick in there? Rojo and Jones? Seriously, who are we going to stick in there? You know what I mean? But the rest of the team, this is what I think Solskjaer's going to go with. I don't see him starting Donny again, as I said, for the aforementioned reasons. Pogba and Matic, I think, are reasonably tried and tested, and they've got an understanding. And, of course, Pogba should hopefully be up for a bigger game this time out, you know, against PSG. He's been lacklustre recently. He's looked very poor for United. He might be good for France. That's not what I'm interested in. I want to see him do the business, of course, for United. So I'm looking at Paul Pogba there. And I'm thinking he will start over Donny. And I'm thinking Bruno is obviously starting. He's captain in this side. And I think the other player will be Matic. I doubt that Solskjaer will select Donny and Pogba. Because I don't think it offers you that same defensive stability that having Matic and Pogba does. Or Matic and Donny. I'd like to see Matic and Donny, to be honest, based on form. Because Pogba's been shite for United, but I think Solskjaer will go with Matic and Pogba, then Bruno, and then of course the two up top there, you've got sort of like Rashford, he could be like a, you know, a support striker or, you know, going out wide, and they can both do that. Tony as well, obviously up top there. So that's the sort of formation that I'm thinking Solskjaer is going to go, oh shit. That's the sort of formation that Solskjaer is going to go with, but I like I say, since I made this graphic, Maguire and Bailly are not starting. So Maguire's injured, he's not travelled, Bailly's not playing either. So who do you think the back three will be, everybody? Get in here and have your say, let me know. Aegeus says 4-3-3, that could be a shout as well, you know, that could actually be a decent shout. Isam Callis says, hi, how you doing? Eddie Benson says, Mata. Great shout, man. Mata was absolutely beautiful in the last game, wasn't he? Francois Cox says, hi, Pig. Ellie's in the house too and says, you all okay? Look at these bunch of legends getting in here. Hey, can we get a little hashtag going? That's a shit. Can we get a little hashtag going? Let's go. Hashtag Ollie in. Hashtag Bacon Brigade. Hashtag Ollie in. Hashtag Bacon Brigade. Anyway, Bernardine says 3-5-2. Yes, I think that's the more likely to happen, to be fair. Yes, dude, Fire Ants Entertainment, so funny, mate. You must have just got in here, Fire Ants, mate. I literally said at the start of the video that all of the players that are injured, Maguire and Bailly and these guys, and I've already said this. I said I made this graphic earlier, dude. This is the formation just to give you an idea what is going to be the back three. Twanzibi travelled, says Kabaki HD, so Twanzibi could play at the back there, Lindelof and Shaw. There you go. Peter Jones says Axel, Lindelof and Shaw. I think that's probably the best alternative, seeing as Maguire and everybody else is not travelling. So why does that light look so freaking bullshit there, guys? What's going on? It's right in my face, man. It's too close. Anyway. Right, let me get rid of this... Let me get rid of that. Okay, here we go then. So, thank you, Gungshi says, hashtag Ollie in, hashtag Bacon Brigade, hashtag Don Piglioni never melts. You're so right about that one. AR Dan says, Ollie in, hashtag Jones. So, okay, fair enough. I think that's probably the best option. If Twanzibi travelled, you could have Lindelof, you can have Shaw, and you can have Twanzibi as your back three. So that's what I think it's probably going to be then. Like, I haven't thought about it, what the options are. I do think Solskjaer's going to play with the three at the back there. And I do think that he's probably going to have to select, not he wants to select, but he's probably going to have to select Luke Shaw, left centre-back. That would mean that he's going to have, of course, Lindelof in the middle and Twanzibi on the right side, I'd imagine, because he's quicker, more mobile. And then, of course, left wing back then, that would be Alex Telles. Come on, my son, we're going to firstly see Alex Telles debuting in a United team sheet. Of course we are, because there's no other real options right there. We have to see Alex Telles starting. So I'm buzzing about seeing what Alex Telles can bring to the team tomorrow. Smash a one in the live chat if you're buzzing about Alex Telles, lad. Yes, Caleb Amarigi, exactly. Ollie in. He got us to third. He got us to third with a crap team. So absolutely bloody Ollie in, my friend. Ridiculous that people even say anything other than that. Hey, Kelly Clough. Hey, Becky Hope. How are you ladies doing tonight? Thank you for getting in here. Blessing Guy as well. John Schwartz, Paul Vanderbeek. Loving all the ones here. The Vutinator, Matthew Adateo, Bernard Dean, Mike Dillon. Come on, Alex Tellers. Hopefully he has a really good game for us, everyone, because that's what we need. We need a really good signing. And so far, we signed a couple of players. Donny, we haven't even seen anything from Donny yet. We haven't seen anything from Cavani yet. We've seen a little bit from Donny, but we haven't really played him. Solskjaer's not really played him. We haven't seen anything from Tellers yet. So I want to see how Alex Tellers does in a Manchester United shirt. And of course, he's going to be starting left wing back. Right wing back, it's obviously going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And then the two, sort of three in midfield, obviously 3-5-2, but realistically the two in behind Bruno, if you like, effectively, would be Matic and Pogba. You could start Donny, but I just don't think Solskjaer is going to do that. I think he's going to go with Matic and Pogba, and then in front of them will be Bruno Fernandes, and that's going to complete the back line and the midfield. And then up top there, you've got Rashford and Martial, you know, who can sort of play as I say. Martial can be that main sort of centre forward, but Rashford can be that support striker, and he can also, you know, they can drift wide, they can bring Bruno into play. Bruno can get up there, and he can have the freedom to be able to attack because you've got Matic and Pogba behind, and that back three. So you should see some good little bits from Bruno Fernandes and also Tony Martial and Rashford in this game, if that is to be the case. So there you go, lads and lasses. 3-5-2. That's my prediction for the game in terms of the formation for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The other option, the 4-2-3-1, maybe he could play that because, like I said, we have got those centre-back issues. And what's a good way of playing or playing with a team that has centre-back issues? Don't play with three centre-backs. Don't play with three centre-backs. Play with two. So he might go 4-2-3-1, but more realistically, 3-5-2. That's what he's done in the bigger games. Driving Range King, how's it going, man? He says, Pogba, boring, get Donny van der Beek in. I agree with you, man. I think Pogba's been rubbish recently. Let's have a little vote then, lads and lasses. Who do you think should start tomorrow? Bearing in mind, it's in France. It's against PSG. Pogba's been out of form. Donny's looked good, but he hasn't had much game time. Who do you want to see? Smash a 1 in the live chat for Paul Pogba. Smash a 2 in the live chat for Donny van der Beek. Smash a 2 in the live chat for Donny. Smash a 1 in the live chat for Pogba. Let's just have a look. Bob says 2. Vincent Bullock with the 1. Becky 2. G-Wall 2. Gungshi 2. Fire Ants 1. Gary Edwards 2. Quaffle Videos 1. Driving Range 2. Blessingy 2. Sounds like that final score thing, doesn't it? Burberspin 9. 2. Chung Lee 2. Blessingy 2. Palmerius 2. Anyway, loads of 2s coming in here. Everybody wants Donny van der Beek, apart from a couple of peeps. Brummy Reds, how you doing? Fire Ants wants Pogba. Kandra Lesmana wants Pogba too. But everybody else wants Donny. And I'm in that camp too, because I think if you're looking at form, Pogba's been shite recently. Like, literally nothing short of absolute shite. Plus, he's been saying some bullshit in the media like, oh, Real Madrid has been a dream move for any footballer. Shut up, Pogba. You're a dick. Honestly, I hate it when footballers come out and say stuff like that. I really do. Like, it winds me up. He shouldn't be doing that. It's not professional. I hope he's got one foot out the door, in all honesty. He's not ever really lived up to the quality of Manchester United for me. Sorry, Gungshi. He says, I think Pogba will start, but I prefer Donny to start. There you go. Even Gunners wants a bit of Donny action now. But look, Paul Pogba's, you know, nice bloke, he's a good player, but he's not really that consistent for United, so he can't be saying stuff like that and then starting in big games like this. Play Donny, Solskjaer. I really hope Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does play Donny. Everybody else is looking for that too. But I still think, in my heart of hearts, or in my mind's eye, no, in my mind, I still think that Pogba is going to start in this game. I think Solskjaer's going to select him and he's going to start. Right then, yes, Gideon Agge says, it's a 4-4-2 diamond. Yeah, that could work, you see. That could accommodate everybody. I see what you're saying. It could happen. Right then, okay, so there's the latest news in terms of the lineups and stuff like that. Let's have a look at PSG's form. So if you look at the PSG's form in the League One, you don't really have to gauge anything on it, really, because it doesn't mean anything. This is a pig in farmers league, my friends. Look, Paris Saint-Germain are second behind Lille at the moment in League One. They have over their last 6 games, they didn't have a very good start to the season at all, by the way, but over the last 6 games, they have lost and then won the last 5. But it's a farmers league, lads and lasses. It's an absolute farmers league. So it doesn't impress me much at all. I don't really care about their form. I actually think, and this is where we're going to get onto the prediction portion of the show, lads and lasses, I actually think Manchester United are going to smash them to bits. That's right, I just said it. I think we're going to smash them to bits. Now, okay, they are obviously a very good team. They did get to the Champions League final last year. They did, of course, do the domestic double or whatever it bloody was, I think, as well. You know, they did the French domestic treble winners, actually, and they got to the final last year as well. Beaten by Bayern Munich. They've got players like Neymar. They've got players like Kylian Mbappe. They've got a great team, actually. They have got a great team. So I'm being a little bit coy here. Maybe we'll see old Ander Herrera. They've got that dobby little melter, Di Maria, who we're going to come up against again and hopefully smash up to pieces out there on the pitch. Because we hate that guy. We hate that guy for coming to United and saying what he said after he left and being just a complete little mercenary milk bag and not really wanting to come to United. Dickhead. So I'm glad that we saw the back of him. He's an absolute snake, but I hope that he's not, you know. I like to see these guys cry. That's what I like to see. I like to see Neymar cry in the final of the Champions League. I think he's a tosspot. That's just my opinion. He's a great footballer. I think he's a bit of a tosser. And then also Di Maria, even more so. Absolute bell chop. They've got a right team of tits, put it that way. So I hope that we beat them. But you've got to watch out for players like Kylian Mbappe. I worry about our defensive line. I worry about our back line. I think we will play with 3 at the back, so it's compact, so it's narrow, so it's tight. So we've got effectively a back 5 at times as well, with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Telles dropping in. And also Luke Shaw, whether it's Twanzebe, Lindelof. We don't know the combination yet, what would be playing in the back line. But I think that something like that would be best to handle the pace and sheer raw ability of people like Neymar and people like Mbappe on those wings. So it does make sense to play that formation. Kickoff, of course, is at 8 PM tomorrow night. It's on BT Sport. Get in there so we don't have to pay for no bullshit $14.95 gashness. Just to give you the update there. In terms of the form, so, you know, PSG, you know, Thomas Tuchel's men, they suffered a hangover from their August European exploits. With the Parisians back in League One action just 18 days after their Champions League final defeat. Several first-team players were given an extended rest, with others forced to isolate as per COVID-19 protocols, and the French champions therefore surprisingly lost their opening 2 games, 1-0 to Lens and fierce rivals Marseille, with Neymar sent off in the latter. Since then, normal service has been resumed, with PSG seeing off Metz, Nice, Reims, Angers and Nîmes by an aggregate score of 16-1 to move up to second, 2 points behind early leaders Lille in League One. So that's their form and what they're looking like now. But I mean, look at that. They've played the last 5 games that they've won in League One. They've beaten Metz, Nice, Reims, Angers and Nîmes. Who the freaking hell are half of these teams? Obviously, we know who half these teams are. I'm just joking, but I'm just saying. It's not like they've been playing the best of opposition recently. So you can say the same about United. If you look at United's form, our form is absolutely shit. If you look at the start of the season, that Crystal Palace game was an absolute gosh-tastic calamity. We didn't even look that good against bloody Luton. The Brighton games were questionable in terms of team performances as well. And of course, the Newcastle game was our best win so far. But really, that's only against shit in Newcastle. So, you know, are you really going to take too much you know, too much great feeling from that? Well, you can do, but it doesn't mean that much again. And also, the game we lost against Tottenham, I think, yes, that was a calamity, but that's not an indicator, because I think the referee ruined that game, and yes, there were ridiculous individual errors in there, but you can't really... So, form, what I'm saying is, form goes out of the window for this game against PSG. PSG, they started the season ropily, they had a bit of a nightmare, and then they've got back on track, but the teams that they've played are just absolute farmer teams, my friends. So... that's what I'm saying. Form goes out the window. Our form's shite too. Who knows what's going to happen on this one? Team news then for PSG. So, Ander Herrera is probably going to be in the squad. Forward Mauro Icardi has already been ruled out by his manager. Marquinhos, Kehrer, they're out. They've got groin injuries. Marco Verratti, he's out. Julian Draxler, he's got a hamstring injury. He's out. And they're out. In fact, let me get their full injury list up here, because they have actually got real injury concerns at the moment. Not real injury concerns, but Juan Bernat, their left back, he's out. He's got cruciate ligament rupture. That happened on September the 16th, so unfortunate for him. He's going to be out for a long time. Thilo Kehrer, Marco Verratti, Mauro Icardi, Danilo Pereira, Julian Draxler, Marquinhos, and they've also got a couple of suspensions. Have they? What's this Angel Di Maria suspension through sports court thing? Anyway, don't worry about that. Lavian Kazawa as well, red card suspension, but I think these are domestic, so don't worry about that. But anyway, sorry, I was just looking at their injury list there. But yeah, so they've got a bunch of players injured, guys, which only really helps us out. In terms of the team and the formation and stuff that they're going to put out, you know, I'm not going to get into that because I just think, look at their injury list. We don't really know what's going to happen with their selection and what Thomas Tuchel's going to do. Caleb Obermarigi says too, I'm fed up of Pogba licking the ass of Real Madrid and has the nerve to be talking like that rather than have Stevie Wonder on a pitch. Oh, 100%, dude. Paul Pogba, how dare he say stuff like that in the media about wanting to leave the Real Madrid. I hope he's got one for that, although I hope we do sell him. We've extended his contract, hopefully just enough to make his, obviously, his valuation go up so we can't allow him to leave as a free agent or leave on a free at the end of the season, you know. So I hope that in Jan or in the summer he is sold and we do cash in. You know, fair play to him. He obviously wanted to play for United. He could have played for anyone. He chose to come back to United. Okay, the money's amazing. We probably pay him more than anyone at the time anyway. But still, I think he came here for the right reasons. I just think it's not worked out for him. Some players just do not fit. And he doesn't fit at United for whatever reason, whether it's like a Juan Sebastian Veron or a Diego Forno. There's no fit there, my friends. And we've seen enough of him to know that he's just consistently not good enough. Okay, sometimes he's awesome. Driving Range Kin says Pogba couldn't get in the Real Madrid team on his own FIFA game. Well, I mean, they might want him though. Zinedine Zidane's obviously got that French connection there. Pogba seems to do it for France. He's a national hero in France. Maybe PSG might want him as well. You know, you would think that one might be the case because of what he means to France and the fact that Paris is the biggest team in France. Or Juventus is another option. So it's not just Real Madrid. I know he said that about Real Madrid, but it does sound to me like if you look at the last couple of windows, Paul Pogba's got one foot out the door, really. He knows it's not going to happen at United. And to be fair to him, like, if he's got the options there, where is he more likely to win trophies? And I don't want to be negative about United right now, but we have to be realistic with our owners and how, you know, what the situation of the club. Where's he more realistically likely to win trophies? Is it at Juventus? Or is it at, you know, playing with Ronaldo and walking the Serie A every single year and playing in the Champions League? Is it at PSG where they're going to walk the Farmers League every year, get every single domestic cup and still be in the Champions League, got to the final last year? Is it at, you know, at Real Madrid? You know, realistically, if the options are there for Paul Pogba, if somebody does actually come in for a bid, you know, other than supposedly supposed to be having a love for United, which he obviously came through the academy at United, you know, he's here as a young player. Ferguson sold him on. He came back. We signed him back on the back of him doing really well at Juventus, but... You know, come on, guys. I mean, the time for Paul Pogba, I think, at United is gone. Griffo Chaz, how you doing? He says Pogba once ate the last quality street in the box around Pig's Gaff, and that is where the beef began. That's it, mate. You don't be touching those big purple ones. Don't be touching those big purple ones in the quality street box, matey. Come on, they all get left for the pig. Everyone knows that. But no, there's no beef with me and Pogba, Griffo. To be fair, I think Pogba's a nice lad. I just think, like anybody, he should be doing better if he's that sort of a quality player. That's what I don't get about him. He's so frustrating. He's got all the skills, but he doesn't do it for us consistently enough, which is why I want Donny to start tomorrow. I don't think Donny is going to start tomorrow. In fact, I really think that Pogba's going to start tomorrow. But Donny should be starting based on form. Pogba's been shit. Vlogs with Menzies says, if we sell Pogba, we better get Eduardo Camavinga. Yes, we've been linked to Camavinga. He's somebody that's being touted as a potential replacement for Paul Pogba should we lose out on Paul Pogba. I say lose out on Paul Pogba. What I actually mean is, should we get rid of Paul Pogba? But yes, that makes sense. I mean, I don't see how he would do any worse anyway. And he's a young lad who's only going to be getting better and better and better. But to be fair, let's just say this right now. This season so far has not been good. Pogba on his day is a great player. If he's in form, I'd rather have Paul Pogba in the team than basically anybody. If he's in form, if he's on his day. Because that's what we all like to say about Pogba. He's got the range of pass, he's got the physicality, he's got the skills, he's got the vision, he's got the execution, he's got everything. It's just about putting it out there on the pitch, and he doesn't do that regularly enough. But if he did, he would be one of the first names on the team sheet for me. If you could get prime Paul Pogba, crikey, we'd be in for a really heck of a show. Which is what's so infuriating about it. But you have to say, all the other players this season, not all the other players, but a lot of the other players have been quite lacklustre this season as well. Now, whether it's your backline, the backline, you can look at all the backline, really. Even Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I know he scored the other day, but before that, he's looked quite off the pace, really, this season. Maguire and Lindelof definitely have at times. And, you know, Luke Shaw wasn't really his fault the other day, but he's not looked exactly 100% recently. There's a lot of the players who've not been up to it. I thought Fred and McTominay weren't exactly at the races that much the other day, even though we won in the end and stuff. But everybody's taking a little bit of time to get back to where they need to be. So that is a factor. Maybe Paul Pogba, if he starts tomorrow, will put in a great display. Maybe he will. But Sim Games says he has done nothing at United in 4 years. It's a fair comment. He pretty much hasn't done. Hey, there's over 200 of you legends tuning in right now. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting involved. Have your say in the live chat during this preview, everybody. And do us a massive favour if you have not done so already. Smash that thumbs up button, lads and lasses. Leave a cheeky little like on the video and that'll give us a boost. Thank you, everyone that does that. Batman Night Fan says 137 likes so far. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes, lads and lasses. Smash that like. Piata Thompson, how's it going, Piata? Comments, Pogba has been picking up his paycheck since he came to us, and not much more, I'm afraid. Yes, and also the fact that he's got that turd of an agent who keeps saying stuff like he deserves to be winning titles and championships and stuff like that. And also, Pogba came out a year ago and said, oh, he'd be up for a move, and now he came out the other day and said, oh, Real Madrid would be a dream move. I think that it's looking likely that Paul Pogba will actually be leaving soon. Yeah, that's right, Rushmano. He comments, Pogba must be worth 60 million in this climate. Yeah, he's definitely not worth what he was a year or two ago before all this stuff happened. Like, we were talking about 100 million for him. We paid 89 for him, right? But I agree with you. I think 60 million tops. 60 million tops. What do you guys think? Have a little vote. Get your figure in. How many million pounds do you think that Paul Pogba should be worth? But I think it's 60. Anyway, yeah, £60 million is the max I would pay for him personally. Maybe 70, I guess you had to push because of what he brings to a football club. It's not just about the player, it's also about the brand. The commercialisation of Paul Pogba is pretty apparent. So that's something. Michael Piglioni says, Rushmano, maybe his left leg is 60 million. What? You reckon he's 120? No. The Vutinator says 60 million for Pogs. Paul van der Beek says taxi for Pogba. Michael Piglioni says ultimate team tonight. Absolutely, lads and lasses. Yeah, come back later on the channel. Not sure what time we're going to be doing it. Latest midnight start, but maybe like 11 PM we might start the show. So I'll set it up after this at some point anyway. Hey, Ian Barron, he says, hi, it's the High Flying Pig. It's the Mad Darlington FC fan back. Hope you're well. I've started my new job today. I've walked over 12,000 steps. I'm knackered now. It's my first shift in 6 months due to COVID. Get in there, my son. Come on, Ian Barron, lad. Have it. Thank you very much for that, Ian Barron, mate. Great to hear. Everybody stick a love heart in there. That's good news for Ian Barron, man. Great stuff. I'm glad you're back to work, matey. Sounds good, man. I mean, if you've done all those steps, I mean, that's going to keep you fit and healthy, man. I used to do delivery jobs and stuff like that where I did a lot of steps. It's good, man. I've definitely piled on the pounds since I stopped doing that, I reckon. Jake Harold says, Pogba, time to go. Absolutely. Desired Fate says 70. Yeah. He's worth £10 and a packet of hobnobs, says Caleb Omarigi. Anyway, look, okay. Pogba worth 70, says Ben Firth. It can't be any more than that. Definitely not. But it's a shame because he would have been worth a little more a while ago. But you don't know. You would expect him to be a good player for United. That's why we spent him. And to be fair, he's another one of those signings. Like, okay, Fergie saw something in him, obviously, and let him go. But when he was at Juventus, he was doing the bits. And we all thought, yes, he's a great signing. Just like Maguire at Leicester. You can't really foresee what would happen afterwards. And hopefully Maguire will still come good. But Pogba's actually proven gash for 4 or 5 years now at United. So no, he doesn't do it for me. Frisbee, what's going on? Zach E, what's cracking back in Ivana Kofor? Zios Productions says it's great to see that Slabby Maguire isn't playing. Fair play. I mean, look, I actually think based on the last performance and the injury issues that we've got elsewhere, well, with Bailly being out and the fact that Solskjaer likes to play the 3 at the back system sometimes against these bigger, more potent teams, it would have actually made sense to have Slabby Maguire in there. And I think Slabby Maguire's pace isn't as apparent when you play him in the back line as well. You can have Slabby Maguire in the centre-back position in the middle. You could have Luke Shaw next to him. You could have, say, Twanzebe or Lindelof on the right centre-back position. That way, Slabby Maguire's just like this heading machine who's going to head stuff away. But anyone coming one-on-one, you know, he should be okay to handle. But it's the pace getting back and covering that's the issue. But if he's got Luke Shaw and if he's got Twanzebe or Lindelof either side of him as well as the wing-backs, that would only benefit Slabby Maguire in terms of losing. Because I think he loses something by being so slow. Like in a back four, sometimes he leaves us our back line exposed because he's slow, man. He can't get around as quick as some of the other lads. But if you put Luke Shaw next to him, if you put Twanzebe next to him and him in the middle, he's just this heading beast. He's basically just like a big stone column that you stick in the middle there, and then you've got the buzzers around him. That kind of makes sense to me. But yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, look, he's been shit recently. I can't change my opinion on Maguire just on one game. He had a good game the other day. He scored. We're playing Newcastle United, you know. He's got to start doing it for us consistently, and in the big games too. So to me, yeah, Maguire, I understand not wanting to see him in the team. Stephen Duffy says, Pogba out. Hey, Pig, it's the Duster. Hey, Stephen Duffy, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you, lad. Captain Fookhead says, Pogba hasn't got the right attitude to make it at United. I think you might be right, dude. I mean, look, he hasn't shown much character over the 4 or 5 years that he's been back at the club. If he had done, he'd have done more. There's been games and moments, don't get me wrong, where like that Man City game that we always talk about, where he turned it and we won 3-2. You know, I always remember that game and think, yes, that was Paul Pogba's finest hour, really, was that game. But other than that, there's not really that other many examples. Hey, Mohammed Zain Gamer says, I need to go. Have a good evening, Mohammed. Thank you for getting in here, dude. Appreciate it. Smash a like before you go. If you're just getting in here, smash that thumbs up button. Michael Piglioni says, if Maguire is 80 million and Sigurdsson is 50 million, then Pogba is 200 million. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, the science and maths doesn't quite work out that way, though. I know what you're saying, though. Michael, the United Way says 100% Mr. P. How you doing there, United Way? Great to see you, dude. How's it going? John in his house. Ben Firth says, I agree, we need centre-backs. Yes, we do. You see, this is the funny thing is, look at this. Look at this now. Look at this now, guys. Maguire's out. Bailly's injured. Twanzebe did travel with the squad, but he's in and out of the squad with injury. We've got Mengi's a young lad. But we actually do have a need all of a sudden for a top-quality centre-back. Not that we didn't have that need before. We needed to get up a Meccano or a top-quality centre-back anyway. But if you actually consider it, we're already short of the bag. Because now we're already talking about playing a back line tomorrow with no Maguire, no Bailly, because they're not playing. So we're talking about playing a back line with Luke Shaw as a left centre-back, which is fine in the back three, to be fair. Lindelof and Twanzebe, which, okay, it's a little bit unproven though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's like we could have had a top-class centre-back coming in this window, but we chose not to spend the money as a club. Shocking, man. Absolutely disgusting, really. Disgusting that they would even go and do such a thing and not strengthen in the key area that we needed to do. They just got Cavani in for that marquee signing to appease some of the fans, get a big name in, stick him on a number 7 shirt and flog him. That's what they've done, man. So if they'd really wanted to improve Solskjaer's plight this season, they'd have given him that top-class centre-back. They'd have spent the money. Fair enough, there's no value in Sancho. We get that. He's not a good value player right now. He's overpriced, in my opinion. He's a £100 million player. He's not a £120 million player. United got reasonably close to that. Dortmund want to do business. That's their prerogative. We can get him later at a cheaper price, definitely. He's only got 2 years left on the contract. So that's what the club's thinking. I get that. But if you don't spend the money on Sancho, yes, you can keep it for later and buy him in Jan or buy him in end of the season. But what you should have done is given Solskjaer that centre-back. And this just goes to highlight that further, because if we end up seeing that Gernmeister, Phil Jones in the team, bloody hell. MUFC is live, says, greetings from Romania, United forever. Shout out to you. Oh, sorry, no, not MUFC is live. Music is live. Music is live. Hello to you, man. Right, okay, so the predictions, let's get the predictions then, guys. We've done the formations, we've done the injury news, the team news, etc. No Slabby Maguire. Bruno Fernandes is going to be the captain in the game as well. Solskjaer's confirmed this. Bruno Fernandes, for anybody who just got in here and missed the news, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirms Bruno Fernandes will captain Manchester United against PSG. This is a quote from Bruno. He said, I was not expecting this. I found out this the same time as you. It is an honour, an important achievement for me. The captain is everyone. Everyone needs to help. Be a leader. So Bruno Fernandes is the captain for tomorrow. That's great stuff. In terms of the other team news that we've got, we understand, we know that Harry Maguire's not going to be starting. He picked up some sort of small injury against Newcastle, and he will be playing in the game against Chelsea again, though, hopefully. Also, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirms that Maguire, Cavani, Bailly and Greenwood will miss tomorrow's game, so there's going to be no Greenwood. So in terms of the lineup, like I said, you know, we've already gone through that. Actually, you have to go back and look. But we think 3-5-2 anyway, and we think maybe a back line of Luke Shaw left-sided centre-back, Lindelof, and maybe Twanzebe is the three at the back there. That's what we're all thinking at the moment. We don't know, though, because it really does depend on what Solskjaer's got available to him and what he does. But it looks like Maguire, Cavani, Bailly and Greenwood will miss tomorrow's game. Okay then, guys, prediction time then. Now, for me, form goes out the window, as I say. I think PSG's form, if you look at them in League One, throw it out the window. They've been crap. They've actually had a bit of a hangover from that Champions League. They started League One poorly. They had a few corona issues. They've got a bunch of injured players. Like I said, they have Juan Bernat is out. Kerr is out. Verratti's out. Icardi's out. Danilo Pereira's out. Draxler's out. Marquinhos is out. So they've got a bunch of injury issues as well. I actually do think now, guys, now you might call me an idiot here because PSG just were in the Champions League. United are in shit form. I think at this moment in time, maybe this is the time for United. I think we're going to beat them 2-1. I'm going to give you my prediction right now, away from home, in Paris. I think we're going to beat them 2-1. I look at our forward players, whether it's Martial and Rashford, up top there in a 3-5-2 effectively, with Bruno also coming into the mix. I think those guys can wreak havoc against anyone if they have a good night. Solskjaer's obviously got to get them motivated, get them up for it. They've got to all turn up and perform. We need to stay rigid and solid at the back as well, because think about it, we're coming up against some of the best attacking talents in the world also. I mean, you could say Rashford and Martial and these guys are amongst the best, but realistically, you have to say players like Mbappe, players like Neymar, they are a lot further along in their careers and they're more experienced, just better players right now in terms of what they've achieved and what they've done in the game. Okay, maybe not Mbappe because he's ridiculously young, but if you compare Mbappe to Rashford, it's really quite hard to compare them because Mbappe's banging all these goals in, but he's doing it in a Farmers League, you know, and of course he's a young World Cup winner and all that stuff, so it's hard to compare him to Rashford. But Rashford is, in my opinion, he's not miles off of Mbappe. And they're similar ages, but it's just like, if you're looking at achievements and who's got a bigger rep in the game right now, it's probably Mbappe. So you have to give him a lot of respect. He's so rapid, so skillful. He is the next Ronaldo, in my opinion. You know, like obviously Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, they're going to have to hang up their boots at some point. And I think Mbappe will be that next godlike player. You know, in 3 or 4 years' time, when those guys have hung up their boots, it's going to be all about Kylian Mbappe. And hopefully all about players like Rashi and Greenwood too, but certainly I think it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for Mbappe to be one of the world's best, because he already is. Robert Ingram with a super chat, $9.99. Thank you so much, Robert Ingram, man. You legend. He comments and says, really appreciate that, man. He says, United 3, PSG 2, Cavani's revenge. If only Cavani was playing Robert Ingram, but I still think yes. It could be a revenge for Cavani for sure. That's the thing. Could definitely be a revenge for Cavani if United beat PSG. They didn't want him, but we've taken PSG's cast off basically. I know he would like to shut Neymar up, but he can't. He's not playing in the game unfortunately because he's not travelled. Maguire, Cavani, Bailly, and Greenwood missed tomorrow's game. They're not going to be playing in the game. But yes, hopefully we get a bit of revenge for Cavani. That's for sure. So my opinion's 2-1 to United. I think Rashford and Martial are going to both get on the score sheet. I actually do think so. I think Rashford was excellent the other day against Newcastle. Give him a little bit of a boost in confidence as well. That assist was lovely. Both assists were lovely from Rashford, and the goal was lovely too. I think that will give him the boost that was needed. And Rashford, like I say, Rashford, Martial, Bruno, come on now. On their day, they're as good as any front three in the world. If you want to call them a front three, because we don't really have a true recognised striker with playing 3-5-2. Obviously Martial and Rashford up top in the 2, but if you know what I mean, I think Bruno can come in and you know, Rashford and Martial can go wide, Telles can go wide, Wan-Bissaka can go wide, but defensively we want them to be sound. So I'm thinking, you know, Rashford's going to be going wide, Martial's going to be going wide. We're going to be bringing Mata into play. We're going to be bringing Pogba into play, or Donny if he's starting. So that's the sort of thing I'm feeling. Thank you so much for that, by the way, Robert Ingram, matey. Everyone, get your score predictions in for the game tomorrow then, and I will read a bunch out. Gungshi, thank you very much. Comments 2-2. Talisman says 2-1 Pig. Really, dude? Yeah. 2-1 to United. That's what I'm going for, man. People give PSG too much praise, man. Yes, they got to the Champions League. Yes, they've got a money bags team. Yes, they've got Mbappe. Yes, they've got Neymar. Yes, they've got Di Maria. Yes, they've got these great players, but I don't think they're a great team. I don't think they're a great team. I think in terms of team spirit, and team unity, United are leagues ahead in terms of PSG. Now, that's just from the outside looking in. I don't know. I'm not in there. But from the outside looking in, I think United may be a better team and have more belief as a team. I hope so anyway. We shall see. We shall see. Say what you want about PSG. They've been spending money all over the years. They still ain't won the Champions League or you know, they don't have the level of competition weekly, week in, week out, really, to give them, I think, that level of practice and competition that they need to go on and do the big one. Now, maybe I'm wrong. They did get to the final, so I am wrong. They do have some of the best players in the world, like Neymar and Mbappe, these guys. So, okay, fair enough. But because they're not coming up against the best teams week in, week out, I think that helps us a little bit. And if you look at their last 5 games that they've won in League One, yes, they've won them. They've also won them against absolute shit teams like Nîmes and Angers. Like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. They're going to win that league every single year. They don't have the competition there. So we're going to batter them, my friends. We're going to absolutely melt those Parisian mounts. It's 2-1 to United. Ben First says, let's all laugh at Van Dijk. Oh, my goodness me. Well, to be fair, Ben, I mean, I'm not really laughing at the Van Dijk getting injured. I'm loving the fact that Liverpool weakened, but you know, I think it's a bit, you know. Okay then. Anyway, let's do this. Debbie Elder, how are you doing? She says, are United a great team? Well, historically, yes, but obviously right now, no. No, we're not. That's why I'm saying this is why I think, look, PSG, if you're looking at what's happened over the last year, PSG are a much better team than United. If you're looking at what's happened in the last year, because they got to the Champions League final, and then they obviously won League One, they won the League Cup as well in their country. You know, they're successful. They've got great players. They spent a shit ton of money on those players too. I mean, you're talking about spending, what was it on Neymar? Was it actually £190 million? I think it was actually £190 million. How they ever got away with that, I don't know. Financial fair play obviously means nothing to PSG, but either way, they got away with it. They got Neymar in there for £190 million. So they've got the money bags, they've got the players, but do they have the bottle on the night? We've seen them, we've done them before recently, guys. Who remembers Solskjaer's first season after taking over from Jose Mourinho? Who remembers that night in Paris, my friends? Who remembers it? Because people give them too much credit. They're freaking bang averagely shite, my friends. No, obviously they're not. Obviously they're not, but they are pretty good. Anyway, oh, Rushmano, thank you. He says we've got 166 likes on the live stream. We smashed 150, everyone. Get in there, you beauties. Thank you to all the likers. If you're just getting in and you haven't hit the like button yet, please do smash that thumbs up. Let's see if we can get over 200 likes on this preview. That would be epic. Okay then, guys, so that's all the latest and all the stuff. I'm going to get into your comment section now and have a bit of a Q&A, bit of back and forth with you legends. So please do get involved and get your thoughts and comments in about this game tomorrow against PSG. I think we're going to beat them 2-1, though. Now, I'm ever the optimist, I am. I just think, though, this is the best time to play PSG. They've got injury problems. Yes, they've won the last few games, but they're against crap opposition. They looked ropey as Fook at the start of League One as well. They're not leading League One right now. I think it's a good time to play PSG. So I'm going for a positive result. I'm going 2-1. Now, away from home, 3-5-2. How's that going to occur? I think it'll be on the counter. We have got real counter-attacking players. And when I say real counter-attacking players, I mean pace for days, precision, accuracy, execution, exactly what you need for an counter-attacking side. Now, they do too, but you have to remember, we're the away team. We're probably going to be playing three at the back, 3-5-2 with Telles and Wan-Bissaka on the right too. We're probably going to be defensively sound, and we're probably going to pick them off on the counter. That's how it's going to go, I think. So I think they will score because they've got incredible talents up top there. Mbappe, Neymar, these guys we keep mentioning. Some of the best players in the world. So I think they will score, but I also think we'll score too. I also think we'll hit them on the break and be a bit too much for them with the likes of Rashford, Martial and Bruno. G-Wolf United, mate. Thank you very much for having your say, buddy. Says, United will win 3-0 and Pellistri will start. G-Wolf, I love your optimism there. 3-0 Pellistri start. He's an 18-year-old unknown entity, my friend. I think he might feature in the game, but I don't think he's going to start the game, mate. That would be mental. But yeah, fair play. I mean, it's only really likely that Pellistri or a winger like that would actually start the game if it was playing a 4-2-3-1 formation or maybe a 4-3-3 or something like that. If he's playing three at the back, 3-5-2, he's probably not going to go with Pellistri at all or any sort of winger there. Even Mata or James, they're not probably going to get in a 3-5-2. Like we said, 3-5-2, it'd probably be Twanzebe, Lindelof, and of course, Luke Shaw left side of centre back, Telles left wing back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka right wing back, Matic and Pogba / Donny in the centre there, Bruno just in front, and then Martial and Rashford as his two sort of forward players. That's probably what's going to go down, I think. Vincent Bullock says, Pig, we need that away goal. Yes, we do. We need 2 away goals so we can... What? This is the group stages. This is the group stages. No, we don't need that away goal. You're trying to melt me there, but you almost got me because I'm not that concentrated. But Kayam says, Pig, you're going to jinx it. You sound deluded. I definitely don't sound deluded, Kayam. And if we're going on delusional comments, my friend, if I were you, I'd pipe down, son. Abdali Bar says, who's better, Vidic or Ferdinand, Pig? What a question. What a question. For me, I guess I'd probably go with Ferdy. I go with Ferdy. I think he's an all-round better footballer. But Vidic, what a defender. I mean, I don't know. It depends. Really, they're both awesome. Cam J says, Telles, Van der Beek, please. Absolutely, we want to see that. Come on, my son. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you want Telles and Donny to start. Of course they're going to start. I mean, I don't think Donny is going to start, though. I think Pogba's going to start. Solskjaer loves Pogba for some unknown reason. He'll probably stick him in against the Parisians thinking he's going to have a good night, and hopefully he does. It's a night for Paul Pogba to shine, this one. If Paul Pogba wants to, he can, well, not if he wants to, but if he turns up and performs, it's expected that he will probably have a big game against PSG because it's against PSG. He likes to, it will motivate him. He'll be motivated, I think. Bernard Dean with a 1, Batman Night Fan with a 1, Vinny Bullet with a 1, Aaron Homeyard with a 1, Brummy Reds with a 1, Matthew Aditeo with the 1 as well. Kayam says, love the passion, Bill. I know, love the banter from you as well, Kayam. I'm only joking around, son. I'm only joking around. You're only delusional 12% of the time, my friend. Just like me, everyone is sometimes. Benji says, do you think Ferdinand Terry, greatest English defence? No. Probably, actually, yeah. In modern times, definitely. In modern times, it's got to be Terry and Ferdinand, yeah. Terry, will say what you want about him. He's an absolute shithouse in every single department. But apart from being a footballer, he's a brilliant footballer. And Rio, yeah, you have to say that defensively was never really an issue for England over those years. So, yeah, you're probably right, especially with Ashley Cole and, you know, Gary Neville and that sort of stuff. That is a proper backline. The Vutinator says, PayPal from Gungshi Piggy. It's been there forever. Oh, guys, thank you so much for letting me know. Gungshi, I'm so sorry, mate. I haven't got my email thing open. I apologise, Gungshi. You're a bloody legend, by the way, Gungers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much here for sending this over. Let me have a look. Gungshi, thank you so much, dude. He sent over 15 quid here, just like that. You're a bloody legend, Gungshi, mate. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, Robbie Ingram, as well, earlier for the super chat. And also, oh, shit, forgotten who else the other person was at the start. Red Devil? I can't remember now. But either way, thank you, everyone, for the support on the show. Appreciate it. Obviously, this is all free. You don't have to do that. But there's some lunatics out there that choose to do it. And I want to give you a special shout-out, Gungshi, for doing so and being an absolute legend of supporting this channel, my friend. He comments and says, Bruno wearing the captain's armband. Hopefully, he'll be our full-time captain in before too long. Get in there, my son. Are you serious, Gungshi? Are you serious? You're telling me you don't want Paul Pogba to be our captain? I'm just kidding, Gungshi. Gungshi, thank you so much, man. Yeah, exactly. That is what I want to see going forward as well. Bruno Fernandes wearing the captain's armband. He's a leader out there. He's got the bottle. He's got the canonas. And do you know what? He actually seems like such a nice bloke. And I know that doesn't mean anything to do with it, but family man, you know, humble. Just, I think of all the people at United, I'd most like to have a beer or a cerveza with, actually, no, he's Portuguese. How do you say beer in Portuguese? Anyway, cerveza, a cerveza or a beer with Bruno Fernandes, wouldn't you? I would. Because he just seems like such a nice bloke. And like, also, I just like his character, his leadership qualities. He's the real true captain for me for United. It makes perfect sense to make Bruno Fernandes the captain. Slabby, yeah, okay. He's probably going to remain captain for the foreseeable future because Solskjaer's backed him. He doesn't want to strip him. He doesn't want to embarrass him, I guess, which is sort of what it would be right now if he made that move right now. But maybe at a later date, maybe end of the season, I don't know. Maybe he will shuffle up the captaincy order. Maybe we'll see Slabby given the vice captaincy, and maybe we'll see Bruno given the captaincy. But as of now, it seems like Bruno's effectively the backup captain, you know, when Slabby's not available, which is what it should be anyway. I think Bruno should be the captain. But I agree with you, Gungshi. It's going to be brilliant seeing Bruno Fernandes wear that captain's armband. And thank you so much for the PayPal there, man. You absolute legend. Thank you for all the support. Gungshi, man. Everybody, please put one of these love hearts in the live chat for Gungers, please. Please stick a love heart in there for Gungshi. Gungshi says, Pig doesn't want it, guys. Oh, I definitely do. Everybody stick a PayPal donation in. I'm just joking anyway. Thank you, Gungshi, for that, mate. You're a legend. Stuart Rogers with a comment. How you doing, Stuart Rogers, man? Long-time viewer, long-time legend of this channel. Comments, the result will depend on what United turns up. Remember the days when we had confidence that they would at least try. Very true, Stuart, you know. Very true, man. I mean, you used to sort of know what you were getting from United. Results wouldn't always go your way, but you'd always expect that committed, intense passion to try and get the win. Certainly under the Sir Alex Ferguson days. Now, again, it didn't always work out, but you always strive for that. Thank you, Stuart Rogers, mate. Abdullah Barr comments, Pig, who would you love to stay with United more? Giggs, CR7 or Rooney? Stay at United more. Well, any one of those left United. Well, actually, Rooney did as well. What am I talking about? But if you mean who would I have back now out of those? Shit, man, that is a bloody horrible question, actually. I mean, I don't know, mate. Giggsy's the most decorated player in Premier League history, so but that wouldn't guarantee success. The best player out of the three, it's got to be Ronaldo, but Rooney would be amazing for us. So if we could have a 18-year-old Wayne Rooney all over again right now, we'd be sorted for the next decade or so. So maybe him. Marie Rowley says, evening, Pig. How are you doing this evening? I'm good, Marie. Thank you for getting in. How are you doing? Hope you're all good. Welsh Red says, mesh me up. Yeah, no spamming in the live chat, lads and lasses. Try not to spam, guys, otherwise you will get timed out. Yeah, Hamoud Algozi, thank you for getting in here, but try not to spam, dude. Amasasani says, Bruno, captain, get in there. Michael Piglioni says, will you play Ultimate Team tonight? Absolutely. I'll be back on in a couple of hours' time or a few hours' time. Keep a lookout with the FIFA episode. Rushmano says, we've hit 175 likes. Come on, my son. Get in there, my son. Appreciate every single one of you that smashed the thumbs up button on the video tonight. Please do us another favour and smash that like button if you haven't done so. Let's get to 200 likes. Oh, yeah. Monkey Boy B says, hi, Piggy. What's going on, Monkey Boy B? Abdullah Bar says, he's the assist king, to be honest. Who's that we're talking about? Abdullah Bar. Pig. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. It's hard to say, really. Rooney, Ronaldo, take your pick. We'd be sorted with either of those. Batman Night Fan says, no penalty for Leeds. Oh, shit, I'm not even watching the footy, you know. Alan T says, Neymar will be looking for a 10-pointer for diving skills. That's another thing that winds me up about PSG. Just some of the personalities in there, and Neymar in particular. He's just a diving, cheating melt. Robert Ingram says, Giggs, yeah, I mean, it depends really how you're looking at it. Giggs, he's the most decorated, but as an influential player in United's team right now, like if we could get one of them back at 18 to be here for the next 12 years, it's got to be Rooney or Ronaldo over Giggs, to be fair, just because of what influence they would have in the team. Now, as a winger, obviously Giggs is insane, but Rooney gonna influence the game more. Gideon Agge says, Piggy, I'm out. I've got stuff to do. I will tune in on Ultimate Team. Your legend, Gideon Agge. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Have a good evening, dude. Appreciate you stopping by. See you later on. Daniel Maninkoff says, Gigs for sporting director. You know, we need somebody for a sporting director. We need a director of football somehow. You know, some way soon. It's not going to happen because of the hierarchy at United and Woodward and the Glazers being absolute shithouses. They don't want another person in there taking any of the choices or decisions away from them. And even if we did have a director of football, he would just be another yes man to have a figure in the media and the public, have a public figure as being our director of football. He'd still be a yes man. So, I don't know. Rushmano says, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Rushmano. Yeah, if you're new to this show, if this is the first time watching, then please do smash that subscribe button. We cover all Manchester United news daily, and we talk about all the latest goings-on. Tomorrow, we'll be back on here tomorrow night, of course, about 7:30, maybe 7:45, getting going around about then to watch along the PSG game. So if you are in here tomorrow, then do get involved. We'll be doing the PSG watch-along. Thank you, guys. Stephen United says, Pig, are you doing another quiz later? I don't know, actually, you know, Stephen United. Have we seen Sam, by the way? Is that Sam character coming in soon? I don't know. Effect Z Falcon says, how's it going, Pig? It's going good, Effects. How are you, man? Thank you for asking. Alan T, I'm good, mate. Been playing the new Call of Duty. It's rubbish. Oh, mate, no, that's a shame. Alan T, thanks for getting in here. Viable Solution says, if United could sign Neymar, would you take him, Pig? I wouldn't, no. I wouldn't. It depends, really. I mean, how much are you talking about? If we could sign him for nothing or sign him for a reasonable amount of money, then yes, I would, because he is a great player. And even if he is a shithouse, and even if I don't like him, I still think he's a great player. But to be honest with you, I don't really like him. And what I like about United, this team of United, more than anything, is the identities of the players in the team. I personally identify with a lot of these players. I would rather play Rashford over Neymar because I love Rashford. You know what I mean? But Neymar's obviously a more decorated, better player at this stage. But Rashford's got a lot of learning and experience to do. The only way he's going to get that learning and experience is to get games. If you sign Neymar, it's going to hinder. Mars going to hinder Rashi, you know. Yeah, so no, I wouldn't actually. Tonk Nash with the comment says, Paris versus United. Oh shit, can't wait. Come on, Tonk Nash, mate. PSG tomorrow. Tough game. No Cavani, no Maguire, no Bailly, no Greenwood though. So it's going to be interesting. Get your score predictions in finally, everyone. I'm going 2-1 to United. Away from home, it's an optimistic pick, but that's what I'm going for. I think PSG are there to be had. I don't think they're as good as people make out, especially at this moment in time. I think post-Champions League final, they've petered out. Yeah, they won the last few, but they're against Farmers in their Farmers League. Vincent Bullock says, I can't believe you say easy, walk the rope, cup final, Pig. What's that? I can't believe you easy walked the Rope Cup final. Oh, in the in the FIFA, yeah, the Europa League final in the FIFA. I know, mate. Absolutely smashed up Roma, dude. It was easy. Thank you, mate. I'm surprised about that too. Bristle Frass comments, Paris beat United full side 2-0, and then United beat Paris 3-1 with a much weaker side. There is nothing to boast about there because the logic there is that United weak team is better than a Paris. Yeah, to be fair, there is, like I say, in my opinion, dude, form goes out the window here. Look at the injury concerns of both sides. Maguire's out, Cavani's not playing, Greenwood's not playing, Bailly's not playing for United. Paris Saint-Germain have got even more players injured, plus the form's not great from either side right now, if you ask me. Yeah, their form's better in League One. I don't care about that. In my opinion, they're not that good right now. They're not that good. Hey, Zach E with a super chat. Thank you so much, Zach E, for coming in here with your super chat and your thoughts. He comments and says, the director of football would have a high salary, so he can't be a yes man. That's what he would be there for, Zach E, mate. If they put a director of football in place, I can almost guarantee you with our hierarchy, with Woodward and with the Glazers in particular, the person they put in would have to fall in line. He would have to fall in line. Ultimately, he's not going to have the final say. Now, what we would really want to do is put a man in place who's going to oversee all football aspects, whether it's recruitment, whether it's, you know, the youth network, all that sort of stuff, spending on the youth, spending on facilities, whatever it is, covering all different football aspects. That's what the director of football should do. But in order to do that job properly, you effectively need to have the freedom to be able to do it, to be able to make the decisions, to be able to get the wheels in motion. You don't want to have an order in line. You have to go and ask someone, hey, look, we want to spend 120 million on Sancho. We're going to do that. You shouldn't even have to ask. That's it. If you're the director of football, you converse with the managers, the recruitment team, all of that. But ultimately, you should have the final decision. You should get a pot of money every single year to allocate how you see fit. And of course, you've got to hope that this person's going to do their job properly, but that's what it would be. The director of football would have this big pot of money. They can spend it however they see fit, and that's the final decision. And Woodward and Glazers, they don't even get involved with that. They just allocate the money, and then the director of football spends that as and how they see fit, in conjunction with the manager, etc., of course. That's how it bloody should be, my friends, but that's not how it will be, Zaki. If United get a director of football, it'll be a yes man. So I see what you're saying, and yes, they might be on a high salary. They'll be on a high salary to be a yes man, dude. Unless they get rid of Woodward from his role, or they actually do give the director of football the freedom, which I don't think our club would do, because we don't want to spend the money. Jujaru Kuju says, is Tellez playing tomorrow? It's almost guaranteed. It's not 100% yet, but it's almost guaranteed because Solskjaer generally sets his teams up with a 3-5-2 in the bigger games away at PSG. Certainly this is a game you'd think he would go with the 3-5-2 in. So if he's going to do that, we've got Maguire and Bailly both out of the game. They're not playing. So that means that Luke Shaw's going to have to play left side centre-back, which means Tellez is going to play left wing-back. So yes, I do think Tellez is going to play, dude. He's got to. We've signed him. We haven't played him yet. We've got to play him. Almost 250 of you legends tuning in right now. Thank you so much for getting in here for this evening's preview. Do us a massive favour if you have not done so already. And smash that like button, everyone. Leave a little thumbs up on it. Let's see if we can get to 200 like-a-roonies. PSG is just overhyped, says Tonk Nash. I'm with you on that one. Hey, Zaki, thank you for your comment, by the way, though. And having your say, man, and super chatting in here, dude. Really appreciate it. Ollie in comments. How you doing there, Ollie? And I love your name so much, dude. He says, is Tellez ready to play? Also, good evening. Good evening, matey. Yes, he is ready to play. And hopefully he'll be starting in the game tomorrow in a 3-5-2. Or if it's a 4 at the back system, if Ollie surprises a few people and does go with a 4-2-3-1, which he might do because there's not very many options to choose at centre-back here for us, but I doubt it. I think we'll stay rigid and compact and have 5 at the back at times to combat the likes of Mbappe and Neymar, etc. So I do think that that's going to happen. But yeah, Tellez will be playing, my friend. Tellez will be playing. Thank you, Burberspin9. He says, smash a like and subscribe. Jujaru Kuju, thank you, Jujaru Kuju. I mean, Victor Manuel, not really too sure there, buddy, to be honest. Daniel Malinkov says 1-2 for United is for sure. Get in there, my son. That's the same prediction I've gone for as well. I've gone for 2-1 to United. Rushmano says we're on 192 likes, almost at 200. Get in there. Rafi Pratama says, hi, bro. I'm from Indonesia. Hope you and somebody stay healthy. Thank you so much, Rafi, mate. I hope you and everyone over there in Indonesia is doing well as well. Stay classy, my friend. Stay healthy. And thank you for getting in here, mate, from Indonesia, lad. Ascender says Pig, Woodward or David Gill. What are you trying to say there, mate? Are you joking me there, mate? That's like saying, who would you rather shag? Pamela Anderson in Baywatch or freaking Piers Morgan? That's asking me, mate. Who would I rather shag, Pam Anderson in Baywatch or Piers Morgan? Well, you know, that's a tough one. Come on, dude. It's, of course, freaking David Gill. David Gill's the man. Woodward's a clown. Woodward's an absolute atrocity. He's a peon to Gill. He can't hold a candle to Gill, that man. Woodward's a potato, my friends. He's a potato with legs. Anyway, thank you for your comment, dude. Jed Rana says, will there be a FIFA stream later? You know this, Jed. You know this, man. There's going to be a FIFA stream around about 11 PM. I think we're going to get going, yeah. 11 PM UK time, there will be a FIFA stream. Paul Vanderbeek says 69 dudes. Kirsten Gray, how are you doing today? My voice is getting a little bit hoarse again now, so we'll probably wrap this one up soon, but I'm going to read a bunch more of your comments out then. How long have we been going, actually? Oh, 1 hour and 50. That's all right. Yeah, let's another 5 minutes of questions, then we'll leave it, seeing as you legends are still asking me stuff. Arrest YT says, what's your predicted lineup? My predicted lineup, what I think Solskjaer's going to pick, to be perfectly honest with you, it's changed because of the prediction, because of the injury news that's come out. David De Gea in goal. 3-5-2 formation, by the way. David De Gea in goal. Left-sided centre-back, Luke Shaw. Victor Lindelof. Twan Zeebe as the back three. Left wing-back, it's going to be Telles. Right wing-back, it's going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. 2 in midfield there. Effectively 2, but really a 3, you know, of Bruno. 2 in midfield. Matic and Pogba. I think he's going to play Pogba. I don't think he's going to start Donny. And then in front, just a little bit, Bruno. And then the 2 forward players, Rashford and Martial. But if it's a 4-2-3-1, I think he'll go with Telles. I think he'll go with Luke Shaw, centre-back maybe, I don't know. Alongside Lindelof, right-back Aaron Wan-Bissaka, holding midfielders Matic and Pogba. 3 in behind the striker of Rashford, Bruno and James/Mata. Or Martial up top. But I think he'll go with a 3 at the back formation. So that's my predicted lineup. Yeah, Welsh Red, that's it. He says, whatever a director of football says, we should buy. The Glazers will say no anyway. That's the problem. We've got that command line, a line of command. You have to go in and you have to get the permission. Whereas what a real director of football should have the freedom to do at a club like United anyway, is yes, they should get allocated the money. It doesn't even have to be that much money then. But they should just have the freedom to be able to spend it as they see fit. Alan T says, Roy Keane, director of football. Yeah, he'd mash up some forwards. I'd like to get him in as a half-time motivational speaker. Hey, Larian Beckfoot, what's going on, Larian? He says, best channel in the world. Larian Beckfoot, thank you so much for that, dude. Really, really appreciate that. What a legendary name as well. Larion, mate. That's a sick name. Love it. You don't get too many Larions. G Wolf says, we've hit 200 likes. Get in there, you beauties. We smashed the like barrier of 200. That is sick. Thank you so much to everyone that's liked that video. If you haven't liked it, smash the like. Hector Rico says, sorry to be a party pooper, but Ollie is going to get embarrassed. It's going to be a hard battle for United. Yeah, I mean, look, Hector Rico, I don't think he's going to get embarrassed, dude. Oh, sorry, Brissel Frass says it's going to be a hard battle for United. It is going to be a hard battle. PSG, probably the favourites. They've got to be. They got in the Champions League final. They're the French champions. They've got to be favourites. They've got an insane team that they have spent a fortune on. So they are going to be favourites, definitely. Kimpa Delagucci comments, Bruno, best United signing post-Fergie. Yeah, probably, yeah. Probably post-Fergie, probably best United signing. Yeah, probably have to say you're right. Yeah, because David De Gea was obviously there when Fergie was there. He would be a great signing, but he was there before Fergie left. Yeah, I would say definitely Bruno's the best signing post-Fergie, actually. Well, so far in his career, he's been amazing. Zlatan was a brilliant signing, actually. Free transfer signing, that was a great signing. But yeah, you're right. Star Wars Gamer, hello, how are you doing? Aegeus Black, how's it going, Aegeus Black? Great to see you too. Ascender says, yeah, that was a joke. Jonathan Evans says, Fred the Red to replace Pogba. Maybe, yeah, maybe. He did play the other day. I think it'll probably be Matic and Pogba in the midfield today, tomorrow for United. If not, maybe Matic and Donny. But yeah, maybe Matic and Fred. Who knows? Matic and Fred's a good combination. We do like that combination. Piers Morgan looks like a melted ice cream cone, says exclusive. Man, oh, I can't stand Piers Morgan. What an absolute scumbag, honestly. What a scumbag. What a phone-tapping scumbag. Devari Benjamin, what's going on, Devari? Thank you so much, Devari Benjamin, for getting in here. Hamoud Algosi says, Tottenham 6, United 1. Oh, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that, Umad, mate. Batman Night Fan says, hey, Rushmano. Paul Vanderbeek says, Piers Morgan is a smug twat. Absolutely. He is. He is. He just says stuff to wind people up. He's a sensationalist melt. Like a lot of other sensationalist melts we know of. Davari Benjamin, what's your formation? I think he's going to go 3-5-2 tomorrow. The Vutinator, Jim Joe, pass it on. Have I missed Jim Joe Bobley? Where's Jim Joe Bobley? How you doing, Jim Joe Bobley? He says, carry on, I'm rolling. How you doing there, Jim Joe Bobley? The Vutinator. Joshua Whitfield, hello. He says, hi, Pig. I don't know why United signed Donny for the amount of money he is worth, and he keeps on getting put on the bench. It's early days in his career, but I agree. What does he have to do? Does he have to replace Chris Smalldong now that he's gone over to Roma as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's gimp in his sex dungeon basement? Is that what he has to do? Does he have to don the leather and PVC and the gimp mask in order to get game time? I don't know what has to happen, but either way, or Jesse Lingard's still down there. Maybe you can have a chat with him, but find out how he does it. But either way, yeah, I agree. Donny's got to play. He's got to start playing. I don't think he will start tomorrow. But I do think Solskjaer's got to start playing him, yeah. He should start playing the form players, really, because Pogba's not in form. Alan T says, fans make all the difference, so anyone's game. There you go, away from home at PSG, they're not going to have any sort of fan advantage, are they? So you're so right, it's a little bit more than usual in favour than it would be. Kirsten Gray says, I'm not going to make it to Ultimate Team tonight. Oh, Kirsten, no worries at all. Well, thank you very much for getting in this video, and whatever you're doing, if you're having an early night, have a good rest up, and thank you so much for getting in there. I might utilise your team sheet, though, at some point, though, or I might save it to another time when you're around. RB Com says, go on, Pig. Let's be having you. Let's be having you. Where are you? Thank you, RB Comps. It's lacking. Comments, Maguire is the GOAT. The GOAT of what, though? Having a massive slab? I give him that. I give him the GOAT of having the massive slab, to be fair. Fergie99 comments, I didn't even know the name Larian even existed. Neither did I, but it's a good name. Hector Rico comments, McTominay bullied Verratti last time we played PSG. Probably will start tomorrow. It's a good shout, Hector Rico, mate. It's a very astute shout. McTominay didn't look too bad the other day too. You're right. Yeah, you never know. He might do. He might do. Why has he just been hidden for, that guy? Sorry. Anyway, thank you so much. Was he meant to be hidden there, Kudaroos? Oh, yeah. I see what he's put now. Yes, he should have been he should have been hidden. No, he should be hidden. Yeah, nice one. Nice one, everyone. Thank you for that. Thank you to moderators. Oh, Rushmano says, Cavani update, Pig. Thank you so much, Rushmano. Everyone, put a love heart in there for all the moderators tonight, please. All the blue spanners in here, the legends. Put a love heart in there for the mods, and including Rushmano, my transfer guru. A little bit of a, here we go, a little bit of an update on Cavani. Solskjaer's quote on Cavani, Solskjaer on Cavani. We thought it was better for him to continue training, to better prepare. Edinson knows what he wants and what he needs. He didn't feel ready enough. Okay, so, he hasn't really played much recently, to be fair. He hasn't really played much, and we'd rather have 100% ready Cavani than somebody who's not really mentally there already. I don't really know. I mean, I would have thought he'd have been chomping at the bit. But I think really Solskjaer's just, well, he wants to put 100% Edinson out there in the right game. And against PSG, maybe not the right game, especially when you factor in the formation we might be playing. Like, maybe it makes more sense to have Rashi and Martial, who are playing at the moment, who are in form, So I'm not worried about that one. I'm not worried about that one. Let's have a vote on that one. Are you guys annoyed that Cavani's not travelled? Smash a 1 if you wanted to see Cavani starting this game against PSG, his old team. Smash a 2 if you think Solskjaer's made the right decision there. If he's not up to it, if he's not 100%. Primot, how you doing, you legend? Primot, yes. Ivona Kofor, Kirsten Gray, Bruno Imrazovic, Primot, Asander, Rushmano, Wallace Moncroy Stewart, you're a legend, man. Shout out Wallace Moncroy Stewart, by the way. Much love to you, Wallace, getting in here, man. He says, I believe we can win. Me too, Wallace. Me too, matey. And you are a legend, I must say that. Look at that. He's got the piggy emoji next to his name because he's one of the longest, oldest serving members of this channel. Thank you so much, Wallace Moncroy Stewart, for all the support over the months, dude. Kimper Delagucci comments, Ollie is naive 100%. He is learning on the job. He will make mistakes, so it's all about learning. And so far, he looks to be learning. Making some good decisions. He is learning. He is learning on the job. You're right, Kimper. I mean, he's not got the experience to gain, to call on, really, from managing, Juventus and AC Milan and Real Madrid and Bayern. No, he hasn't. He hasn't managed any top teams. He's managed Cardiff and Molde before this. He is learning on the job, man. But actually, when you consider that, when you consider how he adapted last season, the signings he made, the development of the players, the development of the style, where we finished, he really learned on the job brilliantly well last season. He's got to do it again this season, of course. He's got to keep learning on the job. Larian Beckford says Pogba will destroy PSG tomorrow. Big Hugh Johnson, thank you so much for getting those piggy emojis in there with the love hearts. He says, I love this pig, my main man, my channel. Thank you so much, Big Hugh Johnson. Great to have you aboard, man, you legend. Kumba Muccini says Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria. I'm shitting my pants. Good shout, mate. It is a sketchy looking forward line. I'm just hoping that if Ollie sets them up with the back five, that we can do the job of handing them, you know, and hit them on the counter. Anthony Akodi prays we win. I pray we win too. Anthony Akodi. 2, Cavani will play against Chelsea, says Tonk Nash. Matthew Adedeo with a 2. Wallace with the 2. Gary Walker with the 1. Most people say they've made the right decision there, yeah. Thinking that we're going to play him against Chelsea, yeah. Hopefully Maguire will be fit against Chelsea as well. We'll see. He did have a good game last time out, but it's the big games is where he's got to do it, really, Maguire. So I don't know. Let's just let's just hold reserve on that one. Sorry, Russia. I don't know what that means, mate. Sorry, Russia. Mango. Anyway, Ward says, do you think Twanzebe will start? I do, yes, I do, because we've got injury issues at the back. Bailly's not playing, Maguire's not travelled, so I do think Twanzebe will start. Twanzebe's travelled, and we'll probably play Luke Shaw left-sided centre-back and Lindelof along with them. RB.com says, I know this is a United channel, but what's your prediction for Kiev-Juve? I would imagine Juve will batter them up, to be fair. I don't really, but they'll probably batter them. I don't know. I don't know on the scoreline, but I'll probably go with Juve. Oh, Mengi! Is that who you meant? G-Wolf, Rush, yeah, Mengi. Oh, okay. What's the update on Mengi? Sorry, guys. I'm having him out here. Give me a moment. Oh! Sorry, Rushy, thank you. MUSC have made an attempt for signing of Thales Magno this summer. United, so we actually, this is just some breaking transfer news while we just latch on at the end here. We actually did attempt to sign another player this summer, which was unsuccessful. Thank you, Matt Rush, for giving us this information here. United were willing to pay 15 million euros. Vasco da Gama pushed for 10 million more to try and make the deal 25 million euros. Negotiations did not continue with MUFC, spending 8.5 million on Pelistri instead. So there you go. Thales Magno, a good young player over there in for Vasco da Gama in Brazil. So fair play, you know, we tried to sign him, but we didn't. There you go. That's some quite interesting information there. So that's another player we tried to sign and failed to because they wanted a bit too much money and we weren't prepared to pay it. But there you go. At least we did go and get Pelistri instead. Thank you so much for that, Matty the Rushmeister, you legend. Really appreciate that. The transfer legend himself, the guru amongst men. Okay, nice one, Kirsten Grace. She says, I'm off Friday night. That's good stuff. Well, get it in anytime you can, guys, for the FIFA streams and stuff like that. Daniel Malinkos says, Cavani will destroy PSG in the return leg. Get in there. Maxime Francis comments, what's your prediction on the next game? I think we're going to win 2-1. 2-1 tomorrow, Maxine, against PSG. That's what I'm going for. I'm staying positive. Do you think Alex Telles will play tomorrow? Definitely, Anthony Akoli. I do. I think he definitely will play, yeah, left wing back. Ward says, hopefully Twanzebe can do good tomorrow to sort out our centre-back partnership and hopefully be great for the future and present. That's it, yeah. Anytime we see Twanzebe now, we've got to hope he has a good game and hope he looks solid because maybe we've got our ready-made centre-back in there. We all talk about Lindelof and Maguire not being good enough as a centre-back pairing. Maybe Twanzebe's the answer. G-Wolf, there's going to be no Bailly tomorrow either, so it's probably going to be a back three of Luke Shaw, Lindelof and Twanzebe. Batman Nike fan, Bernito Bruno says, by the way, Maguire is out with an injury. Absolutely, yes, we know this, Burrito Bruno. We have said this all video long. Maguire is out with an injury, yes. Also, Cavani's not travelled. Also, Bailly's not playing. Also, Greenwood's not playing. That's what we know right now. But thank you, though, Burrito Bruno. Appreciate it, man. Larian Beckford says, if the formation changes, then Telles will start. If not, he would be on the bench. Maybe it depends. If we play 4 at the back, you're right. Maybe Luke Shaw could start left back. But I still think, even if we do play 4 at the back, I still think Telles will play. And maybe you would see Luke Shaw played at centre-back, but I doubt it in a back 4. Maybe it would be Twanzebe and Lindelof then. But we'll see. I think it's going to be 3 at the back. Thank you so much, Ellie. Really appreciate that. She says, like and subscribe, guys and girls. Yeah, absolutely. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do daily Manchester United news videos and FIFA vids and stuff like that too. This is a Man United channel, so we cover all the news, all the transfer news, all the latest goings on, all the latest Man United news, and of course, match previews, match reviews, match reactions, match watch-alongs, the lot. So come back tomorrow as well for the PSG game. We'll be doing a watch-along and reaction and all that good stuff. stuff on the channel too. So yeah, okay then guys, I think I'm going to pretty much leave it there, but thank you so much to everyone that's got involved with this preview tonight. Please do us a massive favour and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel like Ellie says there, and get involved with this awesome community of legends. Also, please do come back after this video is finished in a few moments time and comment in the not live comments. I'll get back to you there. Get your formations in there, get your team lineups in the comments after the video, get your score predictions in too. Let me know what you guys think about it, really appreciate it. Zach E says hungry for UK food. What sort of stuff, Zach E? Chocolate bars and the like. Big God Bob says glad Captain Slow / Harry Legs tied together Maguire ain't playing against Mbappe with his pace. It's a good point actually. Yeah, I can imagine Mbappe toying with Maguire, I can. So you're right, Big God Bob. I think that will help us. Anthony Acoli, thank you. United's next 4 games are thick. Hopefully we conquer. Absolutely, they're filthy, mate. They are dirty games, you're right. Daniel Malinkos says tell us the Portuguese mic on. Batman Night Fan, hi Ellie. Up United, says Anthony Acoli. Rush Mano, get in there, says glory, glory, Man United. You're a legend, Rushy. Have a great one, Ellie. Have a great one. Kirsten Gray says, I'll try and jump in Ultimate Team tonight. You legend, Kirsten. Yeah, well, you know, if you've got to sleep or whatnot, don't worry about it, Kirsten. But anytime you are around, anytime you are free, you're welcome to get involved. It'd be great to have you. Thank you very much. 8 Chen as well. Jim Joe Bobley, CCR2971. G-Wolf United, Larry and Beckfoot. G-Wolf, come back afterwards and get your starting 11 in the not live comment section, matey. Yeah, in the not live comment section. Larry and Beckfoot, have a good evening. Kirsten Gray, Ellie, the Vutinator, Kimber Delagucci, Zach E. Every single one of you guys tuning in. Thanks for watching. This is The Pig. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Come back later. Watch that FIFA video. It'll be starting about 11 PM. Ultimate Team Road to Glory, Glory Man United edition. So come back for that 11 PM UK time. I'll see you there. Thank you very much for getting here. Come back, have your predictions and say afterwards. Follow the socials in the description as well. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Flying Pig United as well. Everyone, stay classy. Thank you for watching. Come back, have your say. And come on, United! Let's smash up these absolute Parisian meltbags. I've had enough of seeing that absolute Tom Daly impersonator Neymar and those absolute dobby little snake Di Maria doing bits. We need to humiliate them and make them cry. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. This is The Pig. See you on the next one. Legend, Zaki, Kimper, Tonk Nash, created by George, Vincent Bullock, Paul Van der Beek, Batman Night Fan, Big Hugh Johnson, Eddie Benson, Berberspin9, Ascender, Larry and Beckfoot, Ellie, Rushmano, G-Wolf, everyone. Thank you so much for getting in here tonight and enriching this live chat. And like I say, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up on it yet, please do. That's the best way you can support this channel, and also by interacting with me and the legends afterwards as well. So come back, have your say on the formation, have your say on the score prediction, all that good stuff, and also the team lineup selection and all that sort of stuff. What do you think is going to go down? Come back and have your say. These are the Patreon credits, by the way, just to say thank you to all the people that support this channel on Patreon or who are tier 2 channel members on YouTube. They appear on this list also. Shout out to all the channel members, of course, but it has to be reasonably exclusive, this list, otherwise it would be as long as my freaking... Well, anyway, we won't talk about that, but let's also just say thank you to these Patreon legends, though. All these names running down your list. Thank you so much for supporting on Patreon or by being tier 2 channel members and above. Kayam, the Vutinator, Eddie Benson, Ascender, Larry and Beckfoot, Rush Mano, G-Wolf United, Kayam Ali, Tonk Nash 87, and every single one of you heroes. Have a great night. This is The Big. I'll see you later for FIFA, and we're going to smash up those Parisian meltbags tomorrow. Come on, United!